Hi students, welcome to math class. We have a lot of problems to solve in math class, but it's actually going to be fun because we're going to be learning how to simplify expressions. Please watch the video that I linked and added to this playlist before you watch this video. It does a good job explaining and putting a little more visual into the strategies. So let's go ahead and actually read what it even means to simplify expressions. So go ahead and go to page 218 and 219. And yeah, let's get started. So to simplify expressions, you simplify expressions by combining like terms. The commutative and associative properties of addition and multiplication allow you to rewrite the expression to organize the like terms. So if you remember our glue and paste activity from a few weeks ago, we did a lot of practice with commutative and associative properties. So commutative, remember, is just changing the order of the numbers when you add something or multiply. Associative is when you group similar terms using the parentheses. So let's look at this example. We have n plus 6 plus n. Well, we know that n and n are similar, right? Because they're the same, they're the variable. So we can combine them into two n's because we have 1, 2 n's. So we're putting 2n here. And how many dots do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 dots. So that's why when we simplify n plus 6 plus n, it becomes 2n plus 6 because we are dividing the terms into the like ones. Example number 2, we have two different types. We have the variable, we have x, and we have different circles, but they are in different sections. So the expression is 4 plus x plus 3. What are the like terms? If you're looking for like terms, organize them into two groups. The first group is the variable, so the letters, and the second group is the numbers. So variables and numbers. So that's why here, how many variables do we have? We only have one. That's why it's just 1x. How many numbers do we have? 4 plus 3 is 7. So we have 7. So that's what it means to simplify. And remember, when you are repeating the same addend, you can just simplify it by multiplying it. So if we have 4x's here, instead of just doing x plus x plus x plus x, we can just do 4x, which means 4 times x. And again, here we have 2x, 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 and 2x. But instead of just doing 2x plus 2x plus 2x plus 2x, we can just multiply it because we have 4 groups. It's 4 times 2x, which equals 8x. Okay, then it's a lot of information, and it would be a lot easier to learn about this using like blocks and things like that. But let's go ahead and give it our best try with this online computer resource. So I'm going to do the odd problems as usual, and I want you to try your best in the even numbers. So let's go one at a time. Exercises. Write the missing number or the variable and name the property used. So there's two things we got to do here. Remember the properties, we have the commutative, which is changing the order of the digits, and we have associative, which is grouping the terms using parentheses. So right away, by looking at this, we can tell that this is associative because it is grouping. So we have here, I will just write A to make it quicker for you guys, but I would like you to write the word so you remember what kind of property it is, but it's okay if you just write A. Okay, so we got P plus blank plus R equals P plus Q plus R. So if you think of equal sign as like the wall, we can see that in either side of the wall we have the P and we have the R, but we're missing the Q. So we can safely put Q here. And the associative property tells us that the order of the groups do not really matter. Okay, number 3. M plus n equals n plus blank. So right away we can tell that this is commutative property because you're just changing the order of the addends. So again, if we have a wall and the equal sign, m and n is n plus m, m and m's. Number 5, getting a little harder now. 45 plus parentheses 29 plus 80 equals 45 plus 29 plus blank. So let's go ahead and draw this wall here. So we got the 45 on each side, here and here. We got the 29, 29, and 29. We're missing the 80. So they just changed the order. Here they did 29 plus 80 first, but here they did 45 plus 29 first. But the answer is still going to be the same according to the associative property. So this is the same thing. This is the same property as number 1. Number 7. Whoa, it's getting complicated here. Parentheses 5 plus 7x plus 8x equals 5 plus 7x plus blank. Again, we have the 5 here, 5 there, 7x here, 7x there. We need the 8x. It will result in the same answer, and that is thanks to the associative property. I hope this helped. Let's go ahead into the second section. You may have noticed that I just wrote the numbers instead of drawing out the whole thing, so it'll be easier for us to refer back to it. Write the simplified expression for the picture. Okay, so let's look at number 9. We have, how many y's do we have? How many variables do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is like the example here, but we're actually going to look at it here. So we have 4y, so I'm going to write 4y. And we have plus, and how many circles do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 circles. And this is not a variable, it's just a number, so we can end here. We don't have to put any letters next to it. So the answer for number 9 is 4y plus 14. You can just circle it. All right, let's go to 11. How many variables do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. However, each of these variables are already divided into groups. So number 11 is similar to this example. So this is actually 2 C's. Let's do this step by step. Plus 2C again. And then how many dots do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 8 here. So, however, the difference here is that they actually do not have the multiplication signs here. Do you see how it's different? So we do not use the, not multiplication. We don't use the plus signs here. So we got 2C and 2C. So when we combine it, it will actually be how many 2C's do we have? We have 1 and 2. So in other words, if this equals 2C, how many of these do we have? We have 1 and 2. That's how we're going to multiply it. Into 2, and then 2C plus 8. Now, I know that was kind of confusing. Some of you might be asking, why is it this and not this? Well, the difference is simply the operation sign. So here, numbers 9 and 10, they have the addition signs here, just like this. Okay, let's move on to numbers 13 through 21, odd number. Simplify the expression. So again, I did not copy the problem here, but we're going to do it side by side. To simplify the expression, we're just going to group like terms, okay? So number 13, 6 plus 4x plus 2. Group like terms, so we're going to put the variables together and we're going to put the numbers together. So this one, we have the variable, how many x's? 4x plus, how many numbers? 6 plus 2 is 8. And that's it. You do not have to find x. We can't. 15, 2x plus 3x. So they're both variables because we have the x on each one. So 2x plus 3x is 5x. So basically this would be the model because there's 2x's here and 3x's here. If you combine it, it becomes 5x, and they're like they're similar. Number 17, 3 plus x plus 6. So we got the one variable, x plus, and then we got the number, 3 plus 6 is 9. Number 19, 2x plus 1 plus x. So we got 2x plus 1x. So if you just see a regular x, that means there's 1x. So there's one of these guys. So number 19, 1x plus 2x is 3x. And then we have our number here, which is 1. And number 21, so these dots represent multiply. You might remember this from a few weeks ago. So that means multiply. The reason they use this is probably because the x is the same sign as a multiplication sign, so it could be really confusing if it's like 4 times 2 times x. So it's multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. And remember, we're not adding this time, we're multiplying. So you're just going to put the x right next to 8x. It's not 8 plus x. It's 8x because we're multiplying. If you put a number next to a variable, it means multiply. Okay, so let's pause the video here and we will continue in part 2 for page 219. See you soon.